You guys, I'm in Walmart. I have something to pick up for Click and Ship, and I also have a list, but the Click and Ship isn't working out that great. They're remodeling, so I had to go to the customer service, and please do not leave. I have a story to tell you about the customer service line. I'm so glad I have something to talk about when I get in the car. But they said that even when the remodel is done, we're going to have to go to customer service to pick up orders. Somebody comes from out back and comes up and takes care of us. I don't know if I like that system, but maybe it'll get better. Maybe. Oh, here she comes. I got more info on the Click and Ship, and the news went from kind of like, oh, to yes. So I'll tell you about that in the car too. Now, I'm gonna go see if my mother has some pills ready. I don't know if they will be, but I can let them know I'm here so that they can process them while I'm here, and just gonna shop. Goodness me. My mother's meds are not ready, and I'm not gonna wait. They said that they haven't even gotten the fax back from the doctor yet. So I'm here because I need manila envelopes for my frenzy for the smaller orders. I let myself run out. I ordered some yesterday that I thought would be available today. I thought they would just have them at the customer service for me, but no. So I have to see what I can get to get me through, and I was able to pick up the poly bags. I have other size manila envelopes on the way. I just was kind of slow at ordering things that I absolutely needed. So let's go see what they have here in the store. Oh my goodness, I'm glad to even have found some, because everything is being moved because they're remodeling. All right, I need some 9x12s. Or, see, I have a box of 100 coming, and I also have a box of 10x13s coming. The poly envelopes that I just picked up are 10x13s. All right, I'm gonna go with this, and it's $3.47, and I hope 25 is enough. I only have like 2 left at home. I used a whole bunch of them yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I'm running out. So, okay, well, I have to come back anyway for my mother's pills, so if I run out today, I can come back tomorrow. I hope I have enough of the priority mail supplies for the big boxes, too. I think I do. I always seem to forget something, like I'll need paper, or I'll need tape, or I need priority flat rate mailers and boxes. But I think I'm good with that. I just ran out of envelopes for the little orders. I've got a lot of orders. Might take me 3 or 4 days to get it all done, but I'll get it done. Okay, now we're on our way to like food shit. My mother is in desperate need of like candy, chocolate bars, I should say, and the box I usually get her with like the Snickers, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, they haven't had that variety the last 2 times I've looked for it. That box is gone. I should order it online. So I'm gonna just skip chocolate, but I'm gonna get her some other kinds of cookies that she would like. I know she likes these very much, and there's chocolate in them, but I almost think there's still some in the freezer. She has me freeze some because she doesn't want them to go bad. It's like, Ma, you eat them, they're not going to go bad. But she loves this shit. I was never big on marshmallow stuff, but she loves this, and you know, it's got like a grahamy, chocolatey, grahamish kind of bottom to it, and marshmallow and chocolate. So this is $1.98. No, where am I? Yeah, $1.98. So I'm gonna get her those, and then I might get her. I could either go with the fudge mint or just the fudge. I don't know. I'm gonna go with, I don't know. Yeah. Decisions. I'm going with the fudge mint. So this is $1.48 for this. So, kind of like a candy bar. You guys, a gallon of milk is up to $4.28. It has been like $3.70 something forever. Ever since I've been doing the tag-alongs, and it says great low price. They have big signs on the door. I don't think that's quite low enough for my liking. And yes, I'm in Maine. We have high dairy prices. See the sign? That's crazy. And yes, I took the milk even at that price because need milk. And my mother needs eggs, $1.98 for a dozen eggs. I'm picking up some canned soup. These are the ones that are only 50 cents here at Walmart. 2 cream of mushroom, 2 cream of chicken, and 2 tomato. She likes this for her spaghetti or her elbow macaroni. She needs some Cane's mayo. It's $3.12. Working my way to bread. There was nothing in the reduced sweet stuff, reduced bakery for her today. Thank goodness, because I don't have much room in the freezer. My camera is acting weird. Doesn't want to turn on when I open the little door like it always does. Picking up bread for my mother for her French toast. And Nancy comes today and she will be making the French toast. She'll do the whole loaf and then we freeze it. More and more of the wings are disappearing. However, my mother's wings are available at $5. But they're the barbecue. You know, I could get a bag for me too and just rinse the sweet stuff off. 'Cause I want some. I have some other things on the list, but I'm just going home because I have to come back for pills, you know, probably tomorrow or the next day, and I'll just pick up the other stuff then. Just want to get out of here. I have a lot of packing to do, packages, so I want to work on that. I will chat with you in the car, so stick around. And I opted for 3 things of the chicken wings because $5 a bag. And like I said, I can just take the barbecue stuff off them. My goodness, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there are 5 lanes open, but they're all full. And the self-scan has a huge line. I'm just picking aisle number 6, and hopefully it's the right aisle. Usually when I pick an aisle, something goes wrong, and then I have to wait longer than I want. Why didn't you tell me to take my winter coat off? Dying. I had it on because it was chilly in my house, but it's not something I need to be shopping with. Can't wait for 0-degree weather. Somebody behind me, somebody suggested to her, you only have a few items you could go through self-scan, and she said, oh no, I won't do that. I'd wait 40 hours in line because I'm not about to be responsible for taking away someone's job. And it's funny because one time the cashier at the self-serve said, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have a job. So, because they always have somebody there. Anytime changes are made, people find reasons to be upset about it. But people like me, who like self-scan, it makes me more apt to shop and spend money in the store, which is overall good for the store because it keeps people employed if the store can stay open. So I don't know. I just don't know. There's always a good side. If you can find a bad side, there is always a good side. Is it working? Red light is on. Something funky is happening to my camera. And I might have lost some footage when I thought I was recording, but probably wasn't. I don't know. So we'll just see. I won't know until I edit. But if this doesn't make sense and it looks like there's missing parts, it's because they're missing. I have 2 little things to talk about. First of all, story number 1 is longer. I will save the best for last. Story number 2 is, I asked about click and ship because I had to pick something up, and that's where story number 1 comes into play. But during story number 1, I asked about click and ship, and because our store is being remodeled, and normally we have customer service and then the photo thing, and that's where we go to pick up our click and ship, and it's usually, you know, pretty good service unless somebody's helping somebody with the machines on, you know, how to print the photos or whatever, put them on a disc or whatever. Is it even called a disc? I don't know what I'm talking about. I never use those machines. I'd be like, I don't know how to do this stuff. But now we're being remodeled, and I had to go to customer service to pick up my item, but they had to call somebody from photography, and she had to come out, which is now moved at the back of the store, and she had to come out front where the packages are still being kept. And I said, is this going to be like this all the time? And because the first person in story number 1 that I haven't told you yet, are you following all this? I asked her, am I always going to have to come to customer service? And she said yes. And then somebody comes, from out back, and I was like, geez, that's going to make me not want to use Click and Ship as much. I like to use it because I have more variety online. If I'm buying something like, manila envelopes and stuff, I can get boxes of 100 as opposed to 25. So I think I had mentioned to you that it was like, oh, I'm not sure I'm going to like that change. But then when the woman came, I asked her too, is it always going to be like this, that I'm going to have to come to customer service and have somebody called? First of all, you have to wait in customer service line. They should at least have a button you can press, just to let somebody from photography know you're there to pick something up. But I had to wait in line, and I was like, and then you have to come, and I feel bad. I says, now, there's nobody at photography, right? She goes, no, because I'm here. So I said, is it going to always be like this? Because it's going to make me not want to shop. And she said, no, we're going to get a tower. And I was like, what's that? Well, what? Supposedly, there's going to be something inside the store. It's like lockers, and when we order online, we'll get a code, and when I go into the store, I can just press the code, and my item will be there waiting for me. I'm so happy. That's awesome. Now, I know some of you are going to say, but that's taking jobs away from other people. Who's it taking a job away from? The photography girl who needs to be at photography? She's still got her job. And people like me might order more often. Every time I go to Walmart, I might have things waiting for me in the locker that I can't always get. For instance, my mother's chocolate bars. The last time I checked online, they were still the same price as in the store, but they just don't have them in the store. I haven't ordered to pick them up because it's like I don't want to make that stop at customer service or Click and Ship or whatever to pick them up. But if I knew they would just be in a locker waiting for me, I would have made that purchase. And that in turn gives somebody the job of putting it in that cubby. It gives Walmart my money so that they can pay employees and stay in business. So see, there's always some good in there. So that's the quick story I have for you. I'm getting excited. We're getting a tower. Can't wait to take you to the tower with me. All right, so this is just something odd, and only I probably would look at this as such the oddity that I feel it is. But when I walked into the store, and I'm going to tell you anyway. Some of you might think it's odd also. But for somebody like me with like great social anxiety and not really knowing how to handle weird situations, it's like part of me suffers because I'm in the moment, but then the other part of me is like, what is that person even thinking right now? So when I went in the store, the first thing I had to do is go pick up my box of bags. It's the first time I've been there where the other section is no longer. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to go to customer service and ask. Now, our customer service, at the time, there was 2 people at the counter. It was pretty busy. So there was 2 employees taking care of 2 shoppers. And then we have, like, I'm going to call it the corral, because I don't know, like the gateway. And that was probably like 5 or 6 feet long. Like they have those black lines. So you know where to line up in case you're, not good at lining up. That was filled with probably 4 or 5 people in that line. So I got in line with my shopping cart, but now I'm out of the gated area. I'm behind all those people. Like I'm free to roam. But I put my cart behind them, and I took like just a couple steps because I didn't know if I was in the right place. I didn't know if I needed to go somewhere else. So I just took a couple steps to the side and a little closer to customer service so I could just get somebody's attention. And I said, I just want to know, is this my line for Click and Ship? And she says, yes. I said, okay. So I take my couple steps back, and now there's this tall man standing right like at my shopping cart, but just, to the side of it. So when I'm back at my shopping cart, we're literally like arm in arm. I mean, we almost are touching arms. And the first thing I thought is, this guy, it's so weird that he's so close to me. I mean, it was just odd that he didn't move, because we were so close, and he's just standing there. I've never seen anybody stand so tall, and he was tall, and he was just tall and standing there. So the first thing that goes through my mind is, does he think he's going ahead of me? Because to me, the normal thing would be to, like when I got there, would be to get out of my personal space, just get behind me, because that's how people line up. But maybe he's one of those that were outside of the corral, so he didn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to line up. He wasn't taught. So the first thing I thought is, this man is going to want to go ahead of me, and that's fine, but I don't want to stand here and wait and wonder how this is going to play out. So what I did was, I said to him, you can go ahead of me if you want. And he goes, okay, thank you very much. I only have a return, so that shouldn't take too long. And he stands right next to me, and I'm like, okay, so he will go ahead of me. And this is how it goes. The people in front of us, one by one, start getting helped. Yet the man next to me never gets in front of me. Now, I can understand why he didn't get in front of me immediately. I still would have liked him to have taken at least one step forward and kind of like stand right next to my shopping cart instead of next to this lovely arm of mine. But the people start moving, and they move forward, and he never does. He's just still standing right next to me. And I'm thinking, didn't we just have this conversation? I start to doubt myself, like, didn't I tell him he could go ahead of me? Why is he not stepping forward? I don't know. Don't you think that's odd? I think stuff like that is odd. And it's not like these people were moving up fast. We're talking a period of maybe 10 minutes where this man is standing next to me as one, and the reason it was taking so long is one of the cashiers left, because of course that's what you do when you have a whole line of people at customer service. You leave, and you leave just one in control. So for about 10 minutes, one by one, people are moving further and further away from us, and he stands right next to me still. And I thought, am I going to have to say something, or did he misunderstand and think that I said I wanted to go first? But I know he said, oh, thank you. I only have something to return. It won't take long. And I thought, what do you mean it won't take long? Don't you know everything fucking takes long? I was suffering in so many ways. Like, do I just step forward? Do I remind him that he needs to move feet if he wants to get closer to help? When the last person left that corral, he fucking moved up. I just think that's bizarre. Don't you? I do. I do. I should have got his number. That's my story. Like it or not, that was my story that I found extremely interesting, because it's just, I'm dumbfounded at times how people behave in ways that I would never stand that close to someone because of the way I am. It doesn't mean that you know, I like have a thing against people, although we know I don't generally like humans. But, you know, it's not like I'm not weirded out by stuff like that. I just would be weirded out that I'm weirding them out. I would feel like this person probably doesn't want me, like, standing right next to them this whole time. Anyway, this is stuff that I will dwell on this for days. I will dwell on the man in the customer service line, and it makes me even more glad we're getting a tower. Maybe sometime somebody will be at the tower right next to me and not leave. Maybe that man liked me. All right, I have to go home now. I have all this stuff to bring in, and I have packages to get ready, and I'm hoping that I don't have more than 25 or 27, because I think I have 2 envelopes at home. I'm hoping that I don't have more than 27 more smaller orders. That is it, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will be back with more soon. Bye!